Hey guys, this is John for Cartridge Blast Gamers here with another Cartridge Blast podcast. Today is episode 18, and as we record this, it is July 4th, so hope you enjoyed your 4th, because
Happy 4th of July.
You'll be listening to this afterwards. I hope you had a great show of fireworks, and no one blew off.
Barbecues, hot dogs, hamburgers,
Big Pharma
beer,
hasn't taken us down
watermelon.
Yeah, watermelon.
And I hope no one blew their fingers off. If you did, sorry.
Talk to JPP of the New York Giants.
Yeah,
they'll straight away.
They'll be fine. You'll be
Fix
good.
You up. Tell you how to deal with it.
Just put them in a freezer, save them for another day. You'll be fine. They'll sew them right
Save-
back
put 'em
together.
on
Save it for next July 4th.
Just throw it in front of kids next time and be like, see, that's what happens when you don't listen. When you don't listen, that's what happens.
Show them a picture of your mangled hand.
But guys, I am joined with Jonah
Hey!
and Carmine.
Hey.
Chris is not here. Hopefully he didn't blow any fingers off for the 4th of July.
Have we checked on him? Maybe that was the case.
Maybe that was the case.
We should probably find that out.
I don't know.
We'll do it in an hour. Can't be that important.
Nah, he's
it's fine.
it's no big deal. But, so guys, how's your week been?
Busy.
Busy.
Yeah, it's been a busy weekend. Busy week.
You have a
lot of stuff
birthday
going
coming
on.
up.
I do.
Well, actually, by the time you guys hear this, it's been his birthday.
Yeah.
Tell him all about your age.
30?
30.
Ugh.
Gives him chills in the night and day.
Nah, it's fine. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm 30 years old. I'm still playing video games. Not much has changed since I was younger. So,
And
other than responsibilities and adulting, and I really just, it sucks. But, eventually everybody's got to grow up some way. And that's just the one
that's
way.
right. It's not about the number. It's about the experience.
Yeah,
So.
exactly. Whatever you need to tell yourself about that.
Oh,
We were just
God.
having a conversation with Jonah about when I go on a run. He was saying he was running, and the fact that you wake up now and you don't feel like you should because you're in pain now.
You don't feel good.
after a run.
And like the run was from the
So.
door to the mailbox.
Yeah,
exactly.
That was it.
It wasn't that long.
It's just like, oh my God. Damn Sunday
you
paper.
immediately regret it the next morning. You're like, I'm never doing this again. No,
Help me.
I got a nerve in my back. This is no.
Just limping throughout the day. Everyone's like, "Are you okay?" Fine. Just ran a bit.
I get up in the morning and my wife got up in the morning today. And my wife's making breakfast, and I ran yesterday. Yeah, I ran yesterday morning, and I'm going to get to breakfast. And I'm like literally like kind of hunched over, like quietly going to get like a waffle and some syrup. And she's like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "No, I'm fine. Everything's good.
great.
Nothing to worry about.
This is my default setting.
Just get behind me and just pull this way a little bit and straighten out my back.
Just dial 9-1 when I tell you dial the next one. Oh God.
Everything's fine."
Jonah, you have a few years before that,
I'm already 72.
You look great. You look
Yeah.
great. That,
Yeah, running helps.
that use
Yeah.
that Ben Gay,
Running does
Turn
help.
that on.
Running's the key to immortality. I
This
don't know
is-
if you knew
It's
this.
true, and push-ups. Don't do those, though.
Tons of vitamins.
And water. Just remember water.
Yeah.
Kids, just drink water. Get rid of that soda. You'll live forever.
Look at
Trust
John.
me.
He looks like he's 17, and all he does is drink water.
That's it. That's all I do. And then I cry at night. It's fine.
Now I'm going to drink water because I don't look as good as John.
he's got to catch up. So, but anyway, guys, a topic kind of with gaming.
Carmine got a Wolfenstein console. That's the topic.
That is
That's
a topic.
the topic.
Yes, let's talk about that. Now, you tweeted it out.
So let me lay the groundwork for the story, okay, John?
Foundation, if you will.
It was, I believe, I don't even know when it was. Bethesda's press conference day of Sunday.
I didn't even know about it, to
I
be
don't even know.
honest.
But
When you text me that...
I was going back and forth on Twitter and throwing out my convictions and my thoughts about everything. And I come across Wolfenstein, I think, or Bethesda's tweet about, if you follow us and then retweet this tweet, you got a chance to actually winning a Wolfenstein 2 custom PS4. So I'm like, sweet, did it. Never thought about it again. And then I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks later after E3, they were like, oh, hey, congratulations, you won. And I'm like, no, you're joking with me, right?
I'm being spammed.
And then I'm like, and here I am, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to go and do my due diligence, make sure that's a verified account, and make sure that's, part of something legitimate. And then, send them the address. And like, I think it was like a week or two later, they sent me the FedEx tracking number, and they sent it to me. They sent it out last Friday, and it got to me on Saturday.
Nice.
Yeah, because I guess it shipped from somewhere in Maryland, so it wasn't that far.
Oh, there you go.
And then I got the box, And I know, John, you kind of had a heart attack when I told you that I opened the box.
I was like, what did you do?
But the problem is that they sent me a box with, it was just a normal PS4 Pro box. And I was like, what is this? Is this a joke?
It's a brick.
Yeah. So I go, I'm like, I guess I have to open it up. I don't have a choice. Like, I have no way to, like, even if I ever wanted to sell this thing, I have no way of actually seeing.
Yeah. Or proving it's an actual...
whether or not this is actually a custom system.
Yeah.
And I'm really worried about it just being stickers.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to open up the box. I open up the box. I'm like, cool. It's 100% legitimate, custom-made Wolfenstein 2 custom console. And I was like, awesome. And then I'm telling John about this. And he's like, put it back in the box right now.
Don't touch it.
Don't
Back
touch
away.
it. Don't breathe on it.
Put it in a case.
Don't get your fingerprints on it. You probably screwed that up already. Put it back in the box. So I put it back in the box, and right now that's where it stays. And again, it's just the conversation that we've had is just about, how rare it's going to be. You're saying kind of wait and see what the game's going to be like.
Yeah.
If it's going to be popular. So
yeah.
Why is that, John?
Well,
explain that to the crew, the group out there.
The crew. What's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
So basically, obviously, you're going to have to wait because...
Because you've been collecting for a while.
Yeah, and I kind of see different videos of other YouTubers that collect systems and rare games and all that stuff. And
yeah.
It basically comes down to how many are made, and with this especially, because it's coinciding with a game,
release,
how well the game does.
Mm-hmm.
So
which is Wolfenstein, which it should be awesome.
Yeah. So if the game does really well, and say yours is system 1 of only 50 or something like that,
yeah,
or even lower,
which would be really good.
Yeah, which would be phenomenal.
Especially if they can't recreate it without some sort of licensing from Bethesda.
Mm-hmm. So basically, your options would be, okay, the game is great, and if you want to make some money out of it, because it is a prize thing, so it's free for you.
Yeah,
you're making 100% plus.
Yeah.
So basically, if the game does well, you can sell it probably to someone for the system, whatever. I guess you're going to have to make a number for it, because I really don't think there would be a specific value for it.
Yeah, I tried looking up eBay listings for that.
To try to find
something too.
Yeah. It wasn't anything like that. There were some custom PS4s, but they weren't official custom PS4s, and they were at $700.
See, you
can get better than
you can be that guy that goes on eBay and be like, I want $800 for this.
Well, funny enough, I was looking at the site, and I'm trying to look it up now, and I completely forgot about it, even though I just showed it to you literally 15 minutes ago. I can't remember the name of the site, but the site does custom coloring,
right?
And they do different, you can do different custom color schemes for controllers, systems, laptops, computers, headphones, whatever you want to do. And even looking at, they had, I think the other day when I was looking at it, it was a custom console that was retro. It was a PS4, but it was actually a PS4 Pro, but it was in the retro PS1 scheme.
Okay.
So controller system, same kind of coloring as that. And even that was going for $800, $900.
Yeah.
For just that console. So hopefully, even at that point, that's still...
Yeah. Because...
If I'm going to save it and see what it's going to cost.
Because your other option would be, say the game does flop anyway. I mean, you're looking at... Hold on to it for 10 years or so. I mean, someone's going to be looking for it, because people collect all kinds of rarities. Yeah. Xbox, I know there was an orange console, and there was only...
For the orange box?
No, there was only just an orange console, and I forget what... I don't know if it was for something, but it was only
the
one...
original Xbox?
Yeah, it was one of one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and someone has it.
Now.
Someone in
wow.
someone in Washington State has one, so when that thing's like...
If that's you,
it's
send it in.
But, N64, there was a lot of rare ones, like there's a Pokemon edition.
Seen that. That's cool.
But even with this console, I know we were joking about how I had to open it and stuff like that. And you could tell by the box and everything that it was open before.
Mm-hmm.
The console it wasn't sealed, taped like it normally is.
Yeah.
And then the controller itself was actually out of the plastic wrap and whatnot. So it was definitely on display somewhere. But so I don't think it's going to hurt the value of it or anything like that.
Yeah, no, they probably. I mean, it. It's funny because actually in your favor it does help because say
actually prove what it is.
Yeah, you can prove what it is. Someone asks for it, I'm interested in it. What's it look like? You can actually send them pictures, or if it's in person, you can actually show them what it is. So that's good. Because if it's sealed, if you never open it, like you said, there's no way to prove that what it is. You're like, oh yeah, no, that's
take a picture of the box, and be like, you guys, you can trust me. It's literally a Wolfenstein.
You could just imagine what it looks like.
But just trust me, it's what it is.
Funny thing is that I saw that exact tweet, the tweet to win that console, and I was like, No one wins these things. This is one of those things where the
proof.
Where they're like, oh, let's
It's
give
happened to me twice now.
Let's announce winners, but they're all gonna be bots.
Yeah, right.
So I didn't do it, and then he won.
And the second time that this happened to me, real quick, and then we can talk about our first topic. Surge. Do you remember the Surge soda company or whatever it was?
Back in the day.
For a while there, I was young. I was probably like 10, 11. I don't even remember. It was back when the first Red and Blue Pokemon first came out. Mm-hmm. So I guess 1996, around there. So yeah, I must have been around that age. But Surge, they were giving away Game Boy Pockets at the time, and it was on a bottle cap. So sure enough, I popped open a bottle cap of Surge the one time from a deli that I used to go to right by where I used to get my haircut, a barbershop, and sure enough, popped it off.
Said a random.
And it said Game Boy Pocket, or it just said Game Boy on the actual cap. And I remember it. I was like, one of those things again where I was like, no. Like I picked out the little plastic covering over it to make sure it said what it said, and it still did. I was like freaking out to my mom. I was like, "Mom, you gotta send this in. I gotta figure this out. I need to be able to get this because I wanted to play Pokemon at the time."
Yeah.
So got the bottle cap, sent it out. They sent me an actual lime green Game Boy Pocket and a copy of like Wave Runner or something like that for the game. And I was like, "This game sucks." I was like, "Mom, we're going to Toys R Us." And after much debate and conversating, I eventually got to go and pick up
Yoshi's Cookie.
No, I got to pick up Blue version, the original Blue version of Pokemon, and that was my first foray into the Pokemon.
I'm surprised you didn't pick up Red Pokemon.
I did get Red eventually, and Red was actually the one that I eventually ended up getting all 150 on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think I traded it with somebody, or I made it some sort of trade in school for the copy of Red. I can't remember what it was. But I definitely didn't buy Red.
I don't think I ever bothered completing the Pokédex in any of the Pokemon games.
I was really into it when I was younger because I had the time to do it. You know what I mean? Like I could sit there with 2 Game Boys, and because my younger brother eventually got it, I could transfer it back and forth.
Yeah.
Now, like that's the thing with like a lot of these big open games that we've talked about numerous times. Like we buy all these games, we buy games on sale, and we're gonna get to John's recent purchase. But, like, it's just like we buy all that stuff because we're like, oh, that's great. Maybe eventually I'll play it, but we're never eventually going to get to it, most likely.
Yeah.
No matter how many games you buy.
No matter how much you talk to your bosses, they won't let you just sit in a chair and play games while you work. And I don't know why.
Like, that's why I can't bring the Switch to work, because I know if I bring the Switch to work, I'm not going to get any work done.
Yeah. Back in the day, you went to study hall, you're like, oh, no, I'm going to play this. It's awesome. You talk to people during school, like, hey, what are you playing? I'm playing Pokemon. Yeah, me too. And then you come home and you just play that on the bus. You play
exactly.
on
the bus. Awesome.
Nowadays, actually, it seems like I put more thought into whether a game has nice box art because that's what I'm gonna be using it for, just the box art. I'm not playing it.
You need to have it just kind of out there on display
as you're running in and out of your house.
It's like band vinyls.
Yeah,
you gotta put them on display in little frames amongst your house, so you're never gonna play them at that point.
And I'm glad the Switch boxes have like a little logo in the top because it's just the whole box art. Because that's all.
Absolutely right.
Yeah, because now you just want something nice to look at as you're in and out of your house. You're like, oh, that looks awesome. So glad I bought that. And you're like, too bad I can't play it.
So, John, what most recently did you waste your money? I mean, buy.
Waste my money. Actually, I bought 2 games. Well,
it wasn't really a waste. You actually made out very, very well.
Yeah, I bought pretty much on Amazon. It was cheap. I looked at almost every single game I bought was under $20, almost $15, like all of them. So basically, I got the Mega Man X collection for PS2.
That's a good.
Yeah.
It has the original Mega Man X, right?
It's basically
was it the same graphics and everything from the Super NES. Okay.
Yeah. No, you know what it was? Because I was debating whether to get it or not. Because I got the Mega Man Legacy collection for that, and I realized that it looked almost identical to the NES, the original NES, and I have the original games, but for Super Nintendo, to get the Mega Man X games is freaking expensive. Yeah. Like, for some reason, because Mega Man X is X3 actually is a little rare, people want like $100 for it for some ridiculous reason, in good shape. So, I went out and bought that. I got the Street Fighter Alpha collection. I got the Street Fighter Anniversary collection. I got the Capcom Arcade collection 1 and 2. I got Sly Cooper collection because Jonah's been talking up Sly Cooper.
Fantastic.
I never got to play.
You should also get Ratchet.
I was thinking about getting that, but you said it
The
was...
new one's really good. The remake
Oh, you were
that they
talking
did.
about Jak and Daxter.
Oh, Jak and Daxter.
Daxter. The new Ratchet and Clank, they redid it last year.
Mhm.
They did a fantastic job remaking that
Yeah.
game. And if you eventually get a 4K TV and a PS4 Pro, evidently that game is like close to like what a Pixar movie looks like.
Oh,
on a
really?
video game.
Oh, wow.
It's
Maybe I'll look
insane.
into that.
It was a fun game. It held up really well. They did a nice job remaking
Yeah,
it.
so
It's
I
actually trash. Don't play it.
so I got
Also,
this.
Jonah, I played it. Did you play it, Jonah?
I didn't play it.
All right, well, let's sit down. Oh, you're sitting. Good job.
Good job. You listen. Good for you, sir. So I got those, and I got Red Dead Redemption.
Play that game.
Yeah, I've been wanting to play that for a long time, just never got to it. So I'm actually thinking about stepping down from Final Fantasy IX because it's kind of it's a chore. At this stage of my life right now, I'm definitely gonna beat it. I really want to beat it, but it's just a chore right now. Like,
I mean, in all honesty, like Red Dead, I knew what it was. I knew it was open world and stuff like that. But like, I didn't binge it. Like, I didn't sit there and play every game session was me playing it. Like, I slowly just chipped away at that game.
Yeah,
and I enjoyed it. But I think I enjoyed it more doing it that way. Because any open world game become tedious, and you're like, oh, I'm going to do this again. I'm going to do that again. But Red Dead Redemption, the great thing about that game is that most of the stuff that you do in that game is mostly for fun. Like, there's not too many things unless you don't. There's nothing that you need to do in that game that kind of is tedious.
Yeah.
It's just like the different side quests or the different things that happen. Sometimes you'll just be riding along and something will pop up that you might go and actually take care of.
Mm-hmm.
But they do a really good job with pacing and everything like that.
Yeah.
It was just really good. If you ever get to Mexico, when you get to Mexico in Red Dead Redemption, you just let that scene play out.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I let all scenes play. I love watching.
Well,
the
it's
cutscenes.
a scene. It's not even a cutscene. It's part of the gameplay. Just enjoy the ride. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. All right. Hey, the So yeah,
Everybody who's played Red Dead will know what I'm talking about. But when I got to that part, I was like, I get it.
I get it.
I get it.
This is it.
I get it.
But
Now I need to look up spoilers. I haven't played it.
It's nothing, and it's nothing like awesome like gun action or anything like that. It's just a nice. It's really hard to explain without
it's
like spoiling that.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's just
Beautiful.
a really nice. It's a nice touch to the game, I guess you can
Right.
say. But I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. So I got those. So basically, all in all, it's like 62, 63 games for the price of 2 games.
Nice.
So, you know, I'm happy with it. Plus, those Capcom, they have the collections they have.
They do a lot of collections. I just noticed.
They do,
I
but
just realized.
it's
I mean, they're Capcom. They're all about remakes,
yeah.
collections, and then occasionally a new game.
Yeah. But if you minus all the Street Fighter 2 versions, I think it's 55 games, but that's okay. I'm still happy.
I'm pretty sure all the Street Fighter versions probably negate 1 or 2 of the games that you bought.
Probably.
I'm pretty sure it's like a positive negative thing.
Yeah. So, and, but yeah, no, I'm excited. There's a lot of arcade games that are really cool that I want to play that are two player and sometimes more, so it's good. I just like all that stuff to play.
Did you saw that Street Fighter X Turbo, the one that was like the 3D? No.
It was that EX3.
EX3, that's what
That
it
was such a fun game.
It was like a Tekken type game.
I should
but it
find
was-
that game again, actually. But, yeah, it's just, you know, it's funny because on topic of getting all these games, like 62 ridiculous games, we barely have time, like
to
you
play
say,
the
like,
ones that are
yeah,
new.
to play the ones that are new. I tried playing Final Fantasy the other day, and like I played for an hour, and then like all these random battles popped up, and I must have screwed up because I'm in this cavern that's like full of hard bosses. My guys are dying all the time, and I'm like, I just have an hour to play a game, and I'm not making any progress whatsoever in these things. So it sucks, you know. There's so many games and not enough time to play them.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's why you just gotta use it as art.
I mean, Jonah, you were talking about playing Horizon, but it's like how long were you able to play Horizon for?
I think
Before
I
you
think
got
it was
distracted.
like 3 hours. It got up to that point.
Yeah, I mean that sounds about right.
Yeah,
Where
Yeah.
you were.
and it wasn't. I actually really like Horizon.
That's good.
For the 3 hours I played,
It gets better.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing it more.
But like if it was, you know, any other
It's a
like
good story too.
an earlier year in your life, you'd probably be able to like binge play that game
Just
for like most
don't
of the
sleep.
day. Yeah. So I mean, like Carmine, you were saying too, you didn't even get much of a chance to play games this week because it's been so busy, and then when you do,
Yeah, I mean,
you just kind of want to sit down and watch something like.
well, there's sometimes like even now, like I didn't like just with like the whole thing with like getting the Wolfenstein system and stuff like that. It just kind of reminded me like the first Wolfenstein. Actually, I enjoyed it that much that I actually platinumed the first Wolfenstein or Wolfenstein: The New Order, and they did the expansion, which was I think like $20, but it was like a beefy expansion. There's like 9 chapters or something like that.
Wow.
The Old Blood. And that was really cool. They did something different. Like, I didn't know what the game was going to be, but they did add some different like enemy types. I don't want to get into spoilers or anything like that. I'm pretty much, I think, at the end boss now. But like, I've had that game probably since 2015 or 14, whenever it came out. And again, I'm just slowly getting to that to finish it up. Like, I've had the save file for a while. It's just something where I stepped away and I went back. So there are certain times where like life will get in the way or something will come out and I'll eventually go back to it, but it's a very rare case. I'm just trying, like, even because like we're so limited on time and everything like that. Like I said last week, I want to try and make sure that if I'm buying a game, I'm going to play it right there and then. Yeah. Because I don't want to get stuck into the trap or or get screwed over by buying it and then it's sitting in my library forever and I'm never going to play it. Right. And I think that's where a lot of people fall into. Like, even right now, Xbox Live, they're doing the Xbox sale, I think, until July 11th or something like that, or July 10th. I forget the specific date. Yeah, but they have they have a decent amount of games on there on sale for good prices, like even some newer stuff. And like, I know I can just go right back and start buying some stuff that I want on the Xbox, but it's just like one of those things that like, am I gonna get to it right away? Yeah, I know, and it's the same with the Steam sale. I understand the Steam sale is so good, and it's really cheap games, this, that, and the other thing. But in reality, how much on your library are you actually playing? Yeah. Or are you just throwing money because it's the best? It's like a psychological marketing ploy that they know it's the Steam summer sale. You're going to have all these games nice and cheap, and you're going to buy X amount of games that you're probably maybe play one or two of.
When people talk about their Steam accounts, they're like, "Oh, I have a library of 20,000 games."
And that's why PC is so awesome.
I'm like, you will never play them ever.
If you have, you played 1 second of each. Like, if you died once and then moved on.
Like, if you had nothing to do and just played that all day, every day for a month, you will never get them all.
Well, it's the same thing. Like last year, I had a great deal on all these old school games, like all the 3 Tomb Raiders.
The originals.
The originals, yeah. Hell, I think it wasn't the
talk about a game
Duke Nukem's. What else? All the Doom stuff like that, and I played probably a half hour of Tomb Raider 1 just to get into it, and I never went back. And because the reason why I got them all is because I didn't get a PlayStation until later, and my friends had the Tomb Raider 1 and 2 on the PlayStation, and so I had Tomb Raider 1 and 2 on PC, and it was so freaking hard. I couldn't.
Yeah, it was just it was a time where like the control schemes and everything like that too probably weren't where they should be in order to play a game like that. So
and Tomb Raider 2, I remember just getting stuck, and my friend had it for PS1, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I beat that all the time. It's easy, no big deal." Yeah. And then I was like, "How is that possible?" So I never beat it. So I wanted to play him and beat him, but I just never got to. And I mean, that's, kids in school, like we're saying with the Game Boy, it's like you have time, you go home, you can play it. You can play it, enjoy it during the summer. And I'm sure there's still a situation where they can't get everything like us, but at least they, now it's like you have work and kids and everything else.
And there's just sometimes I'm like, there's a lot of times too where like I may have a new game that I haven't even beaten. Like I said last week, like I purchased Doom for like $20, and I played it originally. I think I had it, I traded it in because I wasn't using it. Yeah. Got it cheaper digitally on PlayStation. But like for me, like when I'm done with Wolfenstein, I think I'm on the last chapter now. I think I'm at the final boss now for Old Blood. Like after that, I don't know why, but recently I just want to jump in and play some Battlefield 1. Mm-hmm. So I'm probably going to do that. Or sometimes I'll jump in and play Overwatch for a period of time. It's just like those quick things that I can get in and out of, and that's what was so appealing to me with Destiny and whatnot too. It's just a matter of I can jump in and out of and feel like I'm investing some time and getting somewhat of a stress release to it. Yeah. Where like with Horizon, like you take up Horizon, like you want to finish that story, you want to do everything, you want to do all the objectives, the side missions, and everything else to make your game your playthrough easier. And you just have to kind of go into that knowing you're going to put that time in.
And I think the last game I did that was, like I said, Uncharted 2. Like, to me, like, I got it. I started playing it when I came home from work. And I got home early, and I remember just, like, so excited to try it.
You really got to get through the rest of them, by the way.
I still got 3
That should be really on the top of your agenda, because they did a fantastic
job before. Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. That's why I might just put 9 aside for now, because that, like I said, that's a tedious. it's a great story and I want to finish it, but it's just and it's a goal of mine, but it's a tedious. Like you got to invest time in it. You got to grind.
It's funny you mention that.
I don't have time to grind, and I barely have time to turn on my system. So
yeah,
the creator of Final Fantasy actually, there was an article like today or like yesterday or something that said his favorite Final Fantasy, and the one he thinks is like the biggest, the closest thing to what he had in mind was Final Fantasy 9.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just spitting in his face.
Well,
right in the creator's
there's
face.
that
right between the eyes.
There's that disappointing loogie for you. But yeah, with Uncharted 2, like I just remember sitting down and I played it all night long.
You in.
It just pulled me in because it was. I think it was just because I just beat the first one and I just was like I was invested. I was really into. I still am into movies, but it was like a cinematic experience.
Yeah.
It was the graphics were amazing. I never played a game like that before, where it was like so high intense. But I think too, what gets me to play certain games too, like you said, you're gonna Battlefield is what I'm watching too. Like what's going on.
What you're actually watching.
Like I'm like, oh, I just watched this movie. Oh, that reminds me of this game. Oh, I want to play that. That should be pretty.
Really, a good example of that for me was, I can't think of it. Battle LA.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
That movie. I was watching that movie, and at the time, it had Battlefield 4,
mm-hmm.
and like just like the sound of the guns and the way that movie was, and Battlefield 4 has nothing to do with aliens, just so you know.
Yeah.
But it was just the whole Marine talk and the kind of battle situations that there were. I was just like, I want to play Battlefield.
Well, it's like if I watch Black Hawk Down, I'm like, dude, I want to get my buddies together and we're playing Conflict Edge of the Storm.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but yeah, I mean, what do you guys out there think? Do you feel that you're starting to buy games and not play them more often, or
just because they're on sale and you think that you're never going to get a better deal,
or you want their trophies on your wall?
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
cover art framed.
Yeah, I mean, what are your experiences with that? Like, I just bought technically 62 games,
but you're also a collector.
I am a collector,
so you may not necessarily ever get to all those games, but you're collecting them for collector's sake.
Yes, and I hope to.
One day when there's like a PS2 game famine and they all just like die, you'll have them.
Have them.
Like, see, I really
after there's a gaming apocalypse that just destroys all digital games, John will be fine.
I'm like, guys, what are you playing? I can't play nothing, and I'm like, that sucks, man. But then there's disc rot I have to deal with, so
that's true.
You know what?
PS2 and DVDs.
By the time I'm old and retired, all my games are not going to play anyway, so
that's when you sell them all.
We'll just break out the Connect 4 and we'll just jam that. But guys, let us know how you guys are making out with this whole ordeal down in the comments below.